and we'll be right back for the Persona Cast.
Peace.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the
show
Complete.
after the show.
Yeah, the show after the show for Content Complete.
I'm going to coin that.
The show after the show. The after show.
Oh, yeah, because other shows haven't done that before.
No. We're the innovators of spoiler casts.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I definitely didn't rip it off of anybody.
Oh,
That'd
no,
be
of
weird.
course not. You know, Angry Joe or anything like that.
No. No. Who would do
Yes,
that?
Hooray. We do a playthrough of The Walking Dead on our Into the Veil series, and this Tuesday we're playing some more, so catch us there live at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And as well as all the episodes are on our YouTube channel, like I just said before. Yeah, it's all Gaming TV. But moving on, we're going to talk about Persona 5, and it's going to be spoiler heavy. We're going to talk about everything. All right, guys, go.
Okay. So what did you think? How was the ending for you?
The ending, well, my part of the ending was the fact
thanks
that
for the follow, Harry.
Hooray!
Harry, for some reason,
differently.
I love my girlfriend. I love Evie, but I was trying to get through the goddamn game, and for some reason, for like the last hour of the game, like starting from with the god fight all the way to the very end, she decided to engage in awkward small talk. Like, she kept asking me questions like, hey, so this thing happened. What do you think about this? I'm like, yeah, I'm fighting a god. Can it? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, yeah. So my coworker did this today. What? Isn't that weird? I'm like, why are you doing this? You never do this. What is wrong with you?
Why are you doing this to me?
I feel like she was, I can't decide if she was trolling me or if she was just like I was in the room with her and she had to talk to me. I don't know, but the ending for me, I liked it. I was kind of peeved I was kind of peeved. Like, oh yeah, by the way, you have to go to jail. Like, well, what? No, I saved the world. I can't go to jail.
I did kind of like that though. It was kind of like totally like you're like, I did some crazy shit. Now I got to go to jail. And you're like, that makes sense.
I did do some crazy shit.
Plus, I didn't like. Yeah, I mean, you also like kind of think like, well, yeah, they're not gonna like make you like die in jail. That's not gonna be the ending for the game,
yeah,
or anything crazy like that. So it's kind of cool to kind of like see everybody like tag together and see all your maxed out or like see all your confidants that like you talk to, try to help you out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Like Morgana, he's like, it would have been awkward if I just come back like right away. So I waited 2 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Matt was telling me about that.
For waiting for 2 months straight. Yeah, no, I just don't want to be awkward. So, yeah, I'm back now. It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that was even sad for too. Like when it happened, Matt was telling me, it's like, oh my god, and then like Morgana's like gone, and it's like, oh, it's like really sad. He went through all this stuff.
Yeah, after he stops being the voiceover for everything, and Futaba takes over, he becomes a lot more palatable.
Yeah, because like you're not hearing his voice all the time, and it's not constantly looking cool, Joker.
Hey.
Oh,
happy birthday, Harry!
Hooray!
Hooray! And,
H-Dog.
Yeah,
thanks
happy
for dropping
birthday,
by, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, like as soon as Futaba started taking over, I'm like, oh, okay, Morgana's not that bad.
Mm-hmm. And I liked his whole little arc where he was like mad at everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, like he just suddenly decided, like, oh yeah, no, I can do this on my own. Like,
no, you can't.
Can you? You're a fucking cat. I don't think you. I don't know.
How many personas you got? Because I got 12, bitch.
I can change personalities at any given moment. God damn it. But yeah, no, that was I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's gone for now. And I thought like you had to save him from the black mask person, because it like kind of looked like, oh no, somebody with a black mask is kidnapping him. Oh boy.
Oh, how'd you like how that all played out? Because during the Akeshi, I think it was his name. You're like, yeah, this motherfucker is the dude. Like, it's the dude. No shit. But I didn't I didn't understand until they revealed it all. I'm like, there's so many signs. Like, how are they not picking up on this? There's so many signs. And then they're like, we actually did see the signs, but you just don't remember them because your memories are all fucked up. And I'm like, fuck it, I knew it.
I know, you sons of bitches. Well, my thing was, I felt like they made it too clear that it was going to be Akechi. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was like, well, no, that's too obvious. It has to be somebody else. Mm-hmm. So I thought for a little bit that was Igor that was going to double cross you or something. Like
he does double cross you though.
Well, yeah, like not for that part, but like later on, it's not even the real Igor or whatever. Yeah. But like I thought for the first double cross, it was like, oh, maybe it's him because he's the only one that knows about everything. Because like they were playing the Akechi thing way too strongly. Because that's like the very first time that you had to like specifically send a calling card. I'm like, well, okay. Maybe, but I thought like, oh, maybe, I don't know, that's too obvious. But I was so wrong. I was so very wrong.
The way they did it was really, really smart. And you're like,
oh yeah.
They make you think you're like, I'm smarter than the game right now. And then they do all the reveals, and then you're like, fuck. The game got me. I thought I was ahead of it. They totally explain it in a logical fashion.
The game took my heart, son of a bitch.
So Matt was telling me about kind of how some of the game kind of revealed itself, and I don't know what part of the game is happening, but I feel like it was towards the end, and I wanted to hear more about that whole sequence where you're being interrogated, and then there's like events kind of like you're like catching up to yourself, and there's this whole secret plan going on to like get you out of the situation and stuff like that. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what the plan was? Is that is that your question?
Yeah, just like your opinions on it and like how it was revealed to you and kind of like what specifically happened, just for the viewers as like a discussion point. So.
Yeah. So Akechi goes in there at the end of in the interrogation room and kills you, but he doesn't actually kill you. He kills your shadow. Because
he kills the manifestation of you inside Sai's Passel. Jesus. Palace. Yeah. Hassle.
And that's what I was talking about, how that you know that he's going to double cross you the whole time, but none of the characters, like all of that information is never given to you, but you know it's going to happen. Yeah. You're like, well, he just shot me in the fucking head. How am I going to get out of this? And then it's revealed, like all through the shit and all that kind of stuff, that they actually knew the whole time. And there's flashbacks of them talking about it. They're like, yeah, he's going to do this. We're going to fuck him up.
Exactly.
So basically what they do is they transport Akechi to the
palace?
Not the palace.
The Metaverse.
The Metaverse. And by showing him a phone that Futaba makes the app ding, so he goes
inside. Yeah.
And then that's how you get out of that situation.
That's interesting. So you basically just put him inside of like an oubliette labyrinth type scenario where it's just like, let's just put him into another dimension real quick, get him out of the way.
Well, yeah, he's not dead though. He thinks he killed you, and then he leaves,
not realizing that actually it was all just a ruse. Which is cool because the whole game you're playing through, and it goes back to these interrogation scenes, and you feel like you're, as a player or even as a viewer, you get this feeling like, oh yeah, this is cool. I've seen this in movies before where they go back and forth. Now realizing that the entire interrogation part of it was a construct as a part of the plan.
No, that actually happened.
Oh, okay. Explain more about that.
Well, yeah.
So basically,
go ahead, Fiskate.
So what happens is like you get knocked out of the palace, the Metaverse, whatever you want to call it, and you're actually being interrogated with like real police officers, and by the side, Nijima, the prosecutor or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's all real life. But once she leaves the room, like after you tell like, hey, because like somehow
you tell her all the truth.
You tell her the whole truth, and she kind of finally gets it. She's like, oh, he's the one that did all this. He's the one that double crossed you and everything. And you're like, yeah, it's him. All you got to do is show him this phone, and hopefully everything else will take care of itself. And she's like, okay. So she goes out, shows him the phone, activates the app that actually sends them both into the Metaverse. But she goes off one way, he goes in there, shoots the shadow version of you in the head, and he's like, "Ha, I win." Leaves the room, and then like your shadow self disappears, and you just show up. I'm like, no, I won. Fuck you. And then somehow I can't remember exactly how they brought them both back from the metaverse. I think it's just Futaba just activated the app again or something from like a remote location, and then
nice.
And what's funny is like how they kind of like play off your death, because like the whole world thinks you're dead. It, like news spins the story that you killed yourself in interrogation, but basically the only reason why you escape and like nobody questions like where's your dead body and stuff is because they just blame on police negligence. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, no, we just never recovered the body, but it's fine, it's whatever. He's totally dead.
Yeah. So the whole the whole plan was, so you knew you were going to get captured at Sai's Palace. That was all part of the plan. And then you dying, that's all part of the plan. And then you, like, the mass media of you dying, all part of the plan. And then you coming back, all part of the plan.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing, because when Matt was telling me about it, it was like, oh shit, there's like this crazy plan and like idea, and yeah, it's just like really satisfying.
Yeah, and like the only thing that wasn't really planned for was you talking Sai into the plan. Like they're like, this whole thing hinges on the fact that maybe she'll believe you.
Yeah, you
if
have
she doesn't,
to talk her
dead.
into it.
Oh, like actually, like as a game mechanic.
No,
Okay.
Not
there,
a game
you do
mechanic,
get a bad
but...
ending if you give up your squad mates and some other shit if you don't answer her shit.
Oh, that's
right.
interesting.
But
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yep.
I just never thought about doing that, I guess.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Never betray my friends.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of funny though. Like, I kind of want to see if you could go back to your previous save and just see what happens. As far as like what's included in the bad ending.
If you gave up your friends and then if you go and do something right at the end, right before you fight the god, then the game will just end. Like they'll be like, "Do you want to?" Oh, you either. So the god is Igor. And I was telling you this, that his voice. We watched the anime.
To bring it up, yeah.
The Persona 3 anime. His voice is really high.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, in Persona 5, his voice is really deep, which is weird. But then it turns out that's the god. That's his voice.
Yeah.
And then real Igor has a high voice.
Yeah, that's
masterfully done.
Yeah, such a good detail.
But yeah, he's like, "Do you want to join me, or do you not want to join me?" And you're like, "Yeah,
oh,
I'll join
that
you."
part, yeah.
Yeah, that game just ends.
It's just
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
Like, there's like a cutscene, some
credits.
That's bad ending.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That makes sense then. I thought you were just talking about the interrogation thing.
Well,
you
no,
can get a bad
that also contributes to the bad ending as well.
So there's like multiple little bits that kind
Yeah.
of get you to the bad ending. That's kind of cool. Fistcake, so who'd you waifu? I don't remember. And how was your date on Valentine's Day?
Futaba was my waifu.
Got you.
And she was really upset that I didn't tell her I was going to go to prison right before I went to prison for 3 months. Naturally, of course, but then just pretty much just spend the whole day just talking, I guess.
I think it's implied that you have sex, yeah. At least it
I
was
think
with
I don't know, like
Makoto.
Futaba's kind of weird, so like it's kind of hard to take what she says literally about anything. She's like, because she used like gamer lingo. She's like, "Ooh, I leveled up." Like, "Ooh." I think like how she like lists her like her kind of side story, if like to get her confident level up, is to like basically just try to help her be a normal person again, like to go out in public and whatnot.
Yeah.
But she like lists each thing. She's like, "Oh, you're my key item that I have to have on me at all times to accomplish these objectives." I'm like, okay, yep, that makes sense. You played video games, I get it. But yeah, I can't remember what she said, but yeah, I'm sure you bang everybody if you are just a single person kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have multiple romances going on at once, because you can have, I think, up to 3 or more.
No, you can have all of them.
You can have all of them. You can be romancing all of them separately and not have them know. But when you get to Valentine's Day, what happens is they all find out about it, and I think they beat you up. Something happens.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they like get together on you, and they're like, "Yeah, well, what the fuck," you know? And then you don't have, and then you have no waifu.
No way. I saw like a meme or something, like it just has a picture like with like Anne, Haru, and like basically your teammate confidants.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we can't believe you've been 4-timing us the whole time. And then kind of just cuts into like a close up view of the protagonist's face. He's like, that's a lie. I've been 9-timing you this entire time. And they're like, oh, what the fuck?
That's good.
So yeah, I think you get like everybody to go on. Although it would be kind of weird to have a thing with the journalist because she's older than you.
You have a
And
thing
the
with your
teacher.
teacher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the teacher. I mean, she literally shows up to you as like a sex worker. So I'm like, oh well, okay. That's
She's already tainted.
she's already tainted. So it's no big deal if she bangs a minor. It's whatever.
Oh,
it's
and
just
the
a
doctor.
crime.
Oh, and the doctor, yeah.
Oh, I forgot she's. Yeah, I forgot she's.
There's
like,
3 middle-aged women that you can get together with, or I guess just older women, adults, authority
real
figures.
adults. You're so mature that you're just attracting all the adults in the world.
So, who's your least favorite companion? Or confidants? Well, like people in your squad, basically. Because I would have to go with the short-haired girl, the new girl that Morgana brought along, and Yusuke. I think painter guy.
Sure.
Painter guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yost.
I was about to say like. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say Matt just did not like Yusuke from the very beginning. He's just like I just don't like him. I don't like. He has a shit attitude, and he's stupid.
Yeah.
He's just very eccentric. I mean, by the time Haru showed up, the Morgana's person or whatever, the one that he brought along, I kind of just like didn't care because like there was like no reason for me to really care because like each other confidant like you have like this whole story like oh we gotta help them out, we gotta figure this shit out, oh they're going through a bunch of shit, or she just shows up, she's like my dad's an asshole because he wants me to marry a guy, and I'm part of your team now.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, well, that's fine, but like,
I'm not going to put you in the squad, but okay.
Well, I mean, she was in my squad, like she was actually helpful. I just
she was pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
as a person, I just didn't like. I literally did not. The 2 people that I did not spend any confidant raising things or whatever was the speech giving guy and her.
Which speech giving guy? But I also
Apparently
didn't raise her either.
I can't remember his name. I only saw him like in the city as speech giving man that I just never talked to.
Oh my god, he's a confidant?
Apparently, yeah. Like apparently, like, he. I looked it up later on that he like if you raise him up, like he helps with the negotiations and stuff like that. Like
what the
to the point,
fuck?
like to the point where I think like if you do an ambush, you can just immediately get a persona, if I remember correctly. But
Wow.
yeah,
Sounds pretty useful.
It's pretty OP.
Sounds like a plan for the second playthrough.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the cool thing with this persona, I don't think they really do with any other persona because you only have like your main teammates and the other personas. Is that like each confidant, like outside your teammates, and actually like one of your teammates, Yusuke, he can make cards or whatever and make higher cards if you level them up.
That's why
But
I leveled that fucker up.
That's the only reason why I hung out with him.
Begrudgingly.
Hey, you want to hang out? Do you want me to make cards? God damn. Let's hang out, talk about
while
art,
you
I
make
guess.
cards.
Can we do both? No, but what I really liked about the game was each other confidant like raised like a game mechanic or whatever.
Yep.
Usually,
Yeah.
I did like that a lot.
That was super cool.
like oh, you talk to a kid about and play gun games with him. Oh, now you can like use an ability to immediately down somebody at the cost of like half your bullets or something.
Yep.
And then like as it goes on, it decreases the amount. Or you hang out with the shop owner, and holy shit, you
Discounts.
can customize your weapons now. Yeah, discounts.
It's
Yeah.
cool because
But
it's like a really interesting way to kind of have like an analog to real life. If you have people in your life and you spend time with them, you grow as a person. Also,
Yeah,
you get free
yeah.
shit. Apparently, is what they're teaching
Yeah.
us.
Give
Well,
a
I'm
shit.
really glad that
give a
they-
shit about people.
Yeah, they made it, and all the upgrades were pretty good. So it actually made you want to do that. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, should I work on my charm or should I go hang out with, gun guy so I can get, whatever or whatever
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, that's pretty
So-
cool.
I will say, hanging out with a kid was kind of weird because my tower persona was the giant dick monster. So it kind of felt weird that giant dick monster was helping me raise my personal levels with a kid. But I mean, it's persona. You just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that I had to play with a giant dick monster.
It's
they put into
because
the game.
it's it's like masculinity, right? It resembles. It's like symbolism.
Yeah, just a giant penis hanging out in a cart. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Have you seen that monster, Spencer?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, here I'm gonna
Oh.
pull it up. Real
Oh, I
quick.
can philosophize about anything.
Penis
I think
monster.
I think like the only like real interaction you get with that monster in any Persona games is in Persona 3. If you have that monster equipped and you go to the Velvet Room,
That's a dick.
the attendant's like, "Oh my, so manly."
That's what it looks like in Persona 5.
Oh my, so manly, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that is like straight up. That's actually. I thought you were just being like cheeky and like that's
No,
just what people
it's-
colloquially called it. But
that
no,
is 100%
Literally-
a dick.
that is hilarious.
Literally a giant penis on a giant cart.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
What's its name? Mara.
Mara?
I wonder if
Yeah,
that means something
something.
in Japanese
Penis. I have no idea.
or like male gland or some shit. But
Oh god. What else I was gonna say? No, I just thought that was pretty cool. I just liked how like, oh, you hang out with these people, they do stuff besides enrich the story or whatever.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, they
So-
actually serve a purpose.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's probably like it's probably my favorite game of all time.
That's pretty solid. I'm can't wait to try it again and actually level up on my confidence instead of my traits instead.
is there a new game plus?
Yep, and you keep all.
Oh,
of
Keep
your-
all your stats. That's right, because that's what Kim Pop was
Yeah.
telling.
You keep your stats and you also get whoever you max out in your first playthrough or whatever, they give you like special items or something that
you can carry on.
apparently that you can barely use or something.
Oh, did you guys do any of the like the special where you have to sacrifice personas to get the items and like the black items and all that?
I did like a little bit, but like honestly, I didn't need any of it.
Yeah, I actually didn't. Like every time thought about like checking it out, I'm like, none of these items are
That good.
kind of yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Like,
don't know,
people
like
were really
if you had
talking
to,
them
like,
up on the forums, but yeah,
you might have to get like the top tier personas or whatever, like the ones you get for maxing out social links with or something.
yeah. There's
but,
a lot of forum stuff where they talk about specifically there's certain personas that you want to get the most out of it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I just I also played on easy mode because I was trying to fucking beat the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that probably affected anything or not.
might have, yeah.
Probably,
true.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, but one of the most enjoyable gaming experiences I've ever had.
Mm.
Story was
I like
great.
oh yeah, story wise, I like the prison of regression.
Mhm.
Like that's how like basically like the last part is like, oh yeah, you're just fighting against the whole people just hiding away from problems.
Yep.
Yeah,
People just not doing anything because like, oh, somebody else will do it, but nobody does because everybody thinks that way. It's like, oh Jesus,
yeah.
it's too close to home. Oh god.
Yeah, the themes that they brought in were so it was just real like like situational stuff and like real reactions to stuff. And then it's such a classic way to tell that type of story because they're telling a story about like real stuff, but then they're kind of like putting this video game and like this kind of way for the kids to solve the problem on their own in like some fantastical way. So it's a really, really good.
What
That's
was
definitely
your-
interesting. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what was your least favorite palace?
Least favorite palace.
I would have to go with the main bad guy's palace. The on the ship, the casino. Well, the casino was trash. So yeah, both those were not very good. I didn't think. I thought the one on the ship dragged on way too long.
Oh yeah, with the
and-
stupid mice bullshit.
With the stupid
Yeah, that was
fucking
stupid.
mice bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely them. Like, oh, we got to make this as long as all the other palaces. Mice mechanics. Let's go.
What are the mice mechanics?
So if you walk into a room with a shrine of Shiho or Shido, I can't remember his name.
I think yeah.
You turn into a mouse because that's what he thinks of people below him.
Right.
And the only way to turn it off is to find some other thing that you can press a button to turn it off.
So basically, like little mazes and little puzzles. But
A lot of
it just-
backtracking bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of backtracking, a lot of just stupid shit, and you can't really fight anybody when you're like that because
you're a mouse.
Then you'll
Yeah.
fight them as a mouse and then get wrecked.
Yeah.
It seems like a really cool concept. Like it makes sense in the way that I at least have kind of known to expect from the palaces. That there's always that one gimmick thing based on how the person feels about people. But from what you're saying about the backtracking and kind of like making it go on a bit too long, that definitely seems like something that I feel like it would have been really cool. And I didn't play this at all. I'm just saying what I would expect if you were just telling me about that would be that there was like actual specific mouse mazes that you would have to go through.
Well, there were, which was basically all the corridors and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like like specific unique ones, like not having to backtrack.
Like an actual, not like we had to go through vents. You're talking about like going through like an actual mouse maze.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a
I would have
dungeon
seen
type
that.
mouse maze thing where he creates this maze for you to go through, like a labyrinth that you have to find your way through. I feel like that would be cool. And from what it sounds like, it was just like, oh, now you're a mouse, and now the whole palace is a maze.
Well, the thing is that you would be a mouse, right? You have to go through the shit as a mouse. You can only unlock certain doors as a human, but then if there's a shrine in there, you go find the button to go turn off that shrine so that you can go back there as a human, and then open the door. And then sometimes you'd have to go back and press the button again to be a mouse so that you could progress further.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I mean, I'm all for parts in games where they cleverly reuse the same portions of the same map as much as possible to kind of create more of like a depth to whatever map or level that they're making. But this just seems tedious.
It was very tedious.
Yeah. What was your guys' favorite palace?
Hey, Blank Age, we're doing the spoiler cast for Persona right now, so if you haven't played Persona, I would not hang out. But if you have played, beaten the game, hang around.
Or if you just don't care about spoilers. Yeah.
Or you just don't give a shit about spoilers, hang out. But just a fair warning. Oh, boy. Here we go. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, what was your guys' favorite palaces?
Well, I didn't get to hear Fitzcate's favorite palace, or least favorite palace.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
least favorite.
Say. Yeah.
I think I'd have to go with I'd probably Shido's Palace because again, like you're like at that point you're like, oh, okay, we got to go get the big bad guy. Let's go fight him. Oh, we got to do a bunch of bullshit. Oh, we got to go through here. And like the other parts of it wasn't so bad. It was specifically that mouse bullshit that took so long.
It took way longer than it needed to because you're riding so much momentum. Because before that's when all the revelations and shit happens about the Akeshi, blah 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 blah. You're like, oh, let's fucking go. I'm supposed to be dead. Let's go. And
like the entire time you're in the castle, like you just keep out finding more shittier facts about the guy because like each person that like you hunt down for a card for, it cuts back to the real world, and it's like him talking to that guy like talking about shitty facts like, oh yeah, you totally murdered those children, right? Good. I can't wait to get your vote. Well, not literally murdered children. I care. They all did bullshit shitty things for Shido. Yeah.
Insert bad thing here.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'd have to say that. But as a palace as a whole, I can't really say I had like a problem with any of them. I guess I had to just stick with Shido's Palace, the mouse one.
Yeah, I just feel like that one was super poorly thought out.
Because because if the whole shrine thing was a thing, then why didn't he just make a giant one on top of the boat and made everybody mice? I guess I don't know.
And then made one big mouse maze. Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, exactly. Or literally anything else besides, oh, you're a mouse. You're not a mouse. Oh, go back here. Oh no. Well, open this door.
Go forward if you're a mouse, but you can't fight anybody. And it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coolest palace. What was yours?
I feel like I think the first palace I really liked, and then not the painter. Who's the guy before the painter?
Before Yusuke? Or the Yusuke?
Or is that the second palace?
Madarame is the second one. Kaneshiro is the third one, the money guy.
I think the money one was pretty fun too.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
Yeah.
What's that one where they
not to sway your opinion. I was just like, I don't know.
I
that's
think
not my favorite, at least.
It basically goes like 1, 2, and then pretty much like 3, 4, 5. Like it basically goes in order of my enjoyment of them.
Yeah, which one was the one where you? It's probably early on, because I didn't see a whole lot of the end of the game, where you are in a palace, and one of the things that you do is like Morgana like leaves and to go up on top of like a catwalk, and you're trying to steal like some kind of expensive artifact from this guy.
That was the first palace, I think.
Yeah, it was the first. Was that the first palace?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that classic,
yeah.
stealing something from an art gallery type scenario. That I just felt like was really
that
cool.
might have been the second palace.
They have a thing.
It's up above.
They have in each in palace boss fight. There's a part where you basically send somebody to do a special task while you continue fighting. The first one is like somebody literally knocks the crown off Kamoshida. The paint one's like you go steal paint and throw it at Madarame. Third one is like something with a fucking ball or something. I don't remember, but
there's one where there's like a bird cage and it has the artifact in it. I think it's the one for the girl. There's one where you have a girl that you're helping out, and it's some kind of like expensive thing, and then Morgana's up there and you guys have to like time something while you're fighting him. I don't know. I thought that one was cool.
Oh, you're not talking about like a fight. You're talking about I think you're talking about the paint one.
Is the paint one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I
one's
see
cool.
what you're talking about now. Yeah. Because
like
that one was like an actual heist. Like, okay, you got to do this while we do this. And
Dude, it felt like Sly Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the whole vibe of it was really, really cool, and I thought that was like a pretty good example of the type of vibe that you get throughout the rest of the game, at least from what I saw.
Yeah, I think yeah. Go ahead. Wait, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're fine. I was just saying my favorite palaces. The first one really set the mood. Like, oh shit, this is what this is all about. This is really cool. But kind of like going through and like solving the palace. I think the casino was kind of the most fun because you're just because constantly you're like, oh, she's gaming the system against you, but you keep fucking her over instead. So eat shit the entire time. You're just basically telling her to eat shit. And then like the whole thing with Goro, like, oh yeah, no, I had a second card the entire time. Yeah. So let me do some cool math real quick, and oh hey, we're just gonna say fuck you to your rules. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that was I think I felt like that its gimmick kind of ran a little long.
Yeah,
for the casino.
For the casino one. As well, but not nearly as bad as the other one.
Yeah.
So, like, because it making it seem like I didn't like any of them. I liked all of them, pretty much except for the mouse part of the other one because it dragged the whole. Like all your momentum that you have,
just suddenly
down.
Crawling all of a sudden.
When I was doing them, I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is pretty. Yeah, this is do the casino thing." You know, I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty fun."
Okay, so this, I don't want to keep doing like a what was your favorite, what was your least favorite thing, but I feel like this is a pretty cool question. By the end of the game, what was your like best strategy for upping your stats outside of the palaces? Like, what was like your routine go-to? This is what I'm going to do to up my shit.
Depend on who you were trying to talk to at the time. To build kindness, you work at the flower shop, and you also work with Sojiro, by helping him, and actually working with the tower kid too. That boosts your kindness as well. So that's how I kind of like stumbled into getting like maxed out kindness at the very end, but. Pretty much everything else was like go to the diner, study, and build your guts so you can talk to Hawaii, the gun shop guy, and also learn not to fail your exams.
Yeah.
Oh, and the doctor too. You have to have guts to.
Yeah, you have to have guts
to
talk to the doctor.
Yeah, a certain level. Yeah.
And also to call your
nanny,
or
not the nanny, but
your teacher,
to come in
and be the sexy nanny.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Master. Yeah.
I just ate Big Bang burgers. I didn't have any jobs throughout the whole game. I didn't take one job.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, Big Bang Burger's a good way to build up your guts, too, once you max everything out.
Well, it gives you like 3 points or 2 to 3 points in everything except for kindness, I think.
Which is why you didn't max out kindness.
Yeah. Well, I was close to maxing out kindness. I was at 4 out of 5.
Do you water your plant every day? No.
I did water my plant every day. Every time it gave me the option.
Yeah. Like, oh, now it doesn't need water. Oh, shit, now it needs water. Oh, God, it's dying. Get it now.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, great game. Like 10 out of 10.
Oh, Fisk, how often did you go to the hot springs when it was like the special hot springs day?
I don't remember. I just went to the hot springs whenever to build my charm.
I needed charm.
Yeah,
whenever I needed a charm, I just went to the hot springs. Like, I gotta take a bath.
I think it's like every time it's raining, you go to the hot springs and you get like, it like boosts what you get from it.
Wow.
And like Mondays or Thursdays or something like that, I think gives you a boost as well because it's like the medicinal.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I do remember that happened on Thursdays or something. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I had to agree with you about Makoto being like the coolest as far as like having a confidant wise. Because like out of everybody that goes into Metaverse, she has the coolest outfit.
Yep.
The coolest persona. It's literally a fucking motorcycle.
Yep.
And then once you max it out, it's a fucking transformer motorcycle.
It's a transformer. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And then her weapon set is bare knuckles and a fucking revolver.
Yep. She was made
she's literally
for
the coolest.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is it. She's the girl.
Anytime Matt plays any character in a game, especially like a first-person shooter, he the first thing he tries out is, can I play this game with just pistols?
Yeah. Can I just shoot everybody?
Yep.
Boom. Although I thought Haru's weapon set was kind of funny too. Like just like she's supposed to like look like this kind of like Zoro character, but she has a giant fucking axe and a grenade launcher as weapons. It's like, oh, all right. Oh, then her persona is like literally a fucking turret, basically. Just, let me open up my dress and look at all these guns. Let me just murder everybody in the room. Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, she was like 100% needed during the mouse bit because I think a lot of them were weak to psi, and you didn't have any psi personas. Like they did it, like, or maybe it was the palace after her, the casino one. But, yeah. What was the spaceship one? There was a spaceship. Who was that? Oh, that was Futaba's. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Was it?
Wait, what are you talking about? Like persona-wise or the palace-wise?
The palace, yeah. We forgot all about Futaba's palace.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, nothing happened. That's just the giant fucking pyramid.
Yeah, the pyramid.
The spaceship was Okamura Foods. That was Howard's dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Was that cool? I mean,
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was all good. Yeah. I mean, actually, I forgot about Futaba's palace, and that was all right. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. But, I mean, overall, definitely, it's like a 10-10 out of game.
Did anything happen, like, because as far as I know about the end of the game, you save the world or whatever, and then...
And you, like, ride off into the sunset with your buddies.
So you ride off into the sunset, but are you going...
I said a word wrong.
So is that after you spent time in jail? Because I was wondering, are there any scenes after jail?
Yeah. The game continues. You get out on Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day.
Oh, shit.
2 days before Valentine's Day, you come out and people are like, yeah.
I didn't realize that that's when that happened, because I was imagining it happening after everything and the game ends by you going to jail.
No.
Oh, no, so you go to jail, you get out,
months.
And then you have a great date, or maybe a bad date, depending on your choices. And then, so after the date, I mean, is there anything else that happens?
Oh, shit, Evie's mom thinks I'm cute. Let's go. Thanks, Evie's mom.
Oh, boy. Thanks, Mama Forrester. You're the real MVP.
Well, she just says you're cute. I mean,
she said about all of you guys.
Yeah.
So that's
it's true. She actually said it about all of you guys. Why don't you read the whole chat log?
Well, okay, I'm trying to stay in the show. All right,
the show after the show.
After the show.
So you after the jail, you do your like you come back. Everybody's excited to see you. You go to Valentine's
walks
Day.
In like a pimp. He's like, "Oh shit, it would have been awkward." And you're like, "Oh, Morgana, you idiot."
Oh Morgana, you goofy fucking cat. Come here, let me just scratch your fucking face off. But you do that, and then like you have to like, I think it like flash forwards like a couple more months, and you have to like it's like the day before you leave to go back home.
Bye, Yusuf.
See you, Yusuf. And you just say your goodbyes to everybody you maxed out with, and they give you an item. They're like, oh, you're so cool. Come back and hang out with me. Here's my special item. Wow.
play again with the same characters.
Yeah, play again and max everybody out so you have more people to say goodbye to. Whoa. And then you just pretty much ride off into the sunset with your friends in a shitty bus.
Nice.
And it's implied, I think, that your chick comes with you. At least Makoto was like, yeah, we'll continue this. Like, we're going to be together.
The relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like you can come back and visit them and whatnot, yeah. Same thing for...
Makoto was like, I'm coming with you.
Oh. See, with Futaba, I had to come back because she was going back to her school. Like, she was going to start public schooling.
That's really cool. Like each of them have like their own lives and shit, and so you have like a different kind of type of relationship when everything comes to an end. At least for the summer or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they really thought of like everything, and that game oozes so much personality.
The music is so good.
The music is really good.
So much personality.
Personality.
I'll use my persona.
Persona.
Persona. Wait. Between me and Eve, I don't know who made fun of them saying the same shit over and over again. I'll use my persona. 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 God damn it. We get it. You're using your persona.
Have you seen any of the movies for, what is it, Persona 3 or whatever?
I have not. I need to watch I watched like the first 2 episodes of the Persona 4 anime.
Oh, yeah?
But that's about it.
Didn't they make like, 2 or 3 movies for number 3? And like what's funny is like throughout the whole thing, they do that exact same shit. Like they'll get into a fight and it's like kind of like looks like maybe the type of formation you'd be in the game sometimes even. And then they'll be like, oh, I gotta use persona, right? But what's funny is they start saying that stuff before it's actually like fully revealed and talked about what a persona is really. Like almost at the very beginning of the game, it's just like, oh, my persona. And they just like throw the word out there. Like, if you're coming to it for the first time and you never play the games, you'd be like, oh, I wonder what a persona is. That's weird.
What is this thing that you speak of that's coming out of your butt? Oh, God, it's killing everything. Oh, make it stop.
Yeah, and it's cool because in number 3, they literally shoot themselves in the head to pull it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sparked a lot of controversy back in the day, watching teenage children shoot themselves in the head to fight demons.
I think
I kind of vaguely remember that.
The animes, I think, are 100% for people who play the game.
Yeah.
I don't think...
Oh, probably.
They have they have like a hard barrier, to entry.
Which is great. Honestly, like, they should do with it... Like, they should be able to do that if that's what they want to do. And it seems like that they have a pretty good fan base where, like, they can do that. So, I mean, aren't they coming out with an anime for 4-5 here, like, kind of soon-ish?
That's why I started going faster on being the game. I was like, oh, God, they're going to ruin it for me. No.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, overall, I think that about does it, unless you want to... Anything else you want to discuss?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I got all my notes and whatnot, so... I will say, your final persona, pretty cool. You just shoot... Just shoot God in the face. That's pretty... That's a spicy meatball.
New Game Plus, I think he's unlocked for you to summon.
Wow.
Well, I gotta.
He's like, after, like right now.
Bye.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for sticking around for a Persona cast. It was a lot of fun. Even though I didn't play the game, I still feel like I was useful.
I was helpful. Leave me alone.
That's interesting questions.
Yeah. No, I tried to be relevant.
You're a good mediator.
I try. But yeah, if you want to catch any future Contemplate podcasts, again, we stream this every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central Time. Any last words, guys?
Oh, I was going to say we should do this again, but we should do it for Nier.
Oh, so it's going to give you guys a reason to fucking play Nier?
Yeah.
Nier cast. Oh, God, here we go. Well, I'll make that my next
either
Steam
that
game.
or Divinity 2, whichever gets completed first.
That's true.
Both parties.
The race. I might just do Nier because I'm sure it has a shorter time than
it does.
Original Sin 2. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to get just like the first ending, if you just want to be a casual.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about endings though.
All endings.
I'm not. I don't know.
He's not no fucking casual, dude. He beat Persona 5 on easy.
He beat Persona 5.
I'm really a semi-casual. Okay, I play Fortnite BR because PUBG is too complicated for me. Okay.
In your most recent video, it's an update video, and it says in the background very clearly, professional, casual gamer. Okay, you can't refute the fact.
Yeah, I'm pro cash, dude.
I'm pro cash. Fuck it. Yeah.
Pro cash.
I'm so casual. I'm pro cash.
Oh, nice.
But all right, cool.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.